Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley, and today we're going to continue, as we did yesterday at this time, learning vocabulary related to the workplace. Today, in particular, we're going to be learning vocabulary words and actually, more importantly, phrasing and sentence structure to talk about working conditions. Yes, we may say positive things about work, but we may whine about work as well. Oh, the hours are long. Anyway, learn how to whine at work. Join me now. Okay, we're going to be learning learning all this by doing some various exercises and mix and match and fill in the blank, as well as we'll be doing quite a bit of discussion today. I'll be asking you about your working conditions. And there we go. That's what we're doing. So welcome to the class. Hello, Jose Luis.
Hi,
Jose.
teacher.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and you, teacher?
Pretty good, actually. Thanks. And also, let me welcome William.
Yes, I'm fine, teacher. This is my first class in Berlin. I am trying this method, this site, and I hope that I can learn about your idiom.
Well, great. Welcome to Verbling, and welcome to my class. Hi, just call me Oakley, and we're good. So, William, where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela, but actually I am living in Costa Rica for work.
I see. Okay. And since we're talking about work today, let's just jump right in. What kind of work do you do, William?
I work for the IT department in Cargill.
The IT department in what?
Cargill is the name of the company.
Oh, okay. I see. Cardio. Well, what are
Yeah,
they?
the main offices are in Minneapolis, you know?
They are. What are
Yeah.
they? What do they sell? Why do I not know that?
Many kind of products.
Okay.
Chicken, salt,
Chicken.
especially and the food is food.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. That explains Costa Rica. Okay. Interesting. All right. Gentlemen, I somewhat suspect that we will have a bunch of other folks join us. Here they come now. But I'm going to get started here. It's after I welcome. Hello. Is this Susanna?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now you change your name to Zoe. What do you?
Yes.
What would you prefer that I call you? Really.
Well, my real name is Susana, but my friend made me Sui.
Sweet. Well, what do you want me to call you?
It's the same.
Whatever.
Any.
Whatever. Okay. I'm gonna call you Susanna because that's what I originally learned. Okay. Welcome to the class. Also, hello, Andre. How are you today?
I'm not too bad. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Pretty good. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm doing okay. Okay. Let's get started here. We're gonna be looking at some basic vocabulary, but even more importantly, again, sentence structure to talk about working conditions. All right. How to complain at work. 101. Here we go. All right, hang on. I'm going to do a little screen share with you. Take a look at this. All right. Working conditions. All right. Here I have a list of sentences. I work very long hours. I get a company car. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm on a pretty good salary. Talking about work. Lots of things that people say about work. And I would like you to talk about, first of all, is it negative or positive? And what does it have to do with the hours, the money, the benefits, or perks? Perks is a common word we use in English to talk about benefits. Is it about the ability to get promoted? Is it about vacation time? Holiday in British language refers to vacation time. For Americans, a holiday is like Easter, Christmas, New Year's Eve, 4th of July, Independence Day. And I will ask you a little bit about your work and how the sentence that you read applies to you. Jose, starting with number 1, could you read the sentence and then we'll talk about it?
I work very long hours.
Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah, teacher. It's very true, these sentences for me. Apply
It is.
for me.
Okay. Obviously, this has to do with hours. Do you have to work weekends?
No, not just Monday to Friday.
Okay.
And yeah, well, many hours. Maybe 12 hours per day. I'm not sure, but it's a medium. Yeah.
Killer. Okay, Monday through Friday. That means including Monday and Fridays. Normal phrase.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, that's brutal. Okay, that's difficult. All right.
But you know, teacher, I love my work, so sometimes the time passes very fast. So.
Okay, that's fortunate.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that. Okay. We got a lot of material, so I'm just going to continue. William, number 2.
It isn't very well paid.
Okay. This is obviously a negative statement.
Yes, of course.
Obviously,
It's a negative statement.
to do with money. Untrue for you, I hope.
Untrue.
I hope it's untrue in your current position. Have you ever had a job in your past work history that was not well paid?
Come again, please. I was reading the chat.
I asked you in your past work history, that's your history of all your jobs, have you ever had a job that was not well paid?
Oh yes, when I was a child, I sold newspapers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These were many hours under the sun and very isn't very well paid.
All right. We have an idiom. We might say working for peanuts. I was working for peanuts.
Okay, I got it.
Sure. Okay, let me quickly welcome Xingyu to the class. Hello, Xingyu.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, welcome. Okay, we're talking about our jobs here and our work conditions. Susanna.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Number 3.
Number 3. I get a company car.
Ooh. Susanna, do you get a company car?
No.
No. Yeah.
It's a negative sentence then?
Was it negative for Susanna? Okay. Okay, if you get a company car, that probably means your company leases the car and you're allowed to use the car. But not the case. Susanna, would you like a company car?
I don't understand the meaning the company car. It's a company where you buy a car?
No, the company actually gives you a car to use.
Ah, no. No, no,
So,
no.
okay,
No, I had my own car.
okay, right. So yes, thank you, Jose. This would be definitely, this would fall under the heading of a benefit. It's definitely, to get a
Yes.
company car is very positive. Most people would consider it's positive. And this would be a perk or a benefit. Yeah, absolutely. So would you like a company car?
Yes, I would like.
Who
I
wouldn't?
would like to get a company car.
Definitely. What kind of companies do you think you would get a company car? What kind of business? I'm sorry. Do you think it
Uh,
would be? Yeah,
well, my husband gets a company car,
he does.
and yes, he is an engineer,
All right.
and the company uh, gets him here,
Okay.
gave
Provide
him
provides him or gave him, sure, a company car.
a company car. Yes,
Is it necessary for him to travel a lot in his business? Does he need to go to
yes,
different
yes. My
sites? Yeah.
husband, yes, my husband travel all the time.
Okay, there you go. And that's why he gets a company car. Yeah, companies that require one of their employees to travel around. I imagine he's an engineer. He has to drive. He has to go to many different sites, probably all over the place, right? So there you go. Uh, that's why you get a company car, because you're required to travel. Uh, okay. Uh, let me quickly welcome Max. Hi there, Max. Welcome to the class.
Hello, Oakley. Hello, everyone. I'm fine. How are
Great.
you?
Good. Thank you. Andre, number 4.
Yeah. Me? Okay.
Mhm.
I get 6 weeks per holiday. Yes, it's not 6 weeks, it's 6 days.
6 days. That's a lot different.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Once again, British would say paid holiday. Americans say paid vacation. 6 weeks seems like it's enormous to me. Andre, does that seem really large, really huge?
But I am a teacher. I have 2 months on the vacancy
Ah.
in the summer.
Oh, okay. All right. And are you paid
Yeah.
during the summer?
Yes, it's space. I have a vacancy to relax or holiday, Christmas or New Year with relax with 6 days.
Okay, I see. So you actually,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, most of my teachers in the United States actually worked during the summer vacation. Again, an American, so vacation. Do a lot of teachers in your country work during the 2 month break?
Yeah, 2 month break in the summer.
Yeah. Do your colleagues, the people you work with, colleagues, the other teachers,
Yeah.
colleagues, some of them work a part-time job in the summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Okay. It's very common for American teachers. Okay, and actually, since we're talking about work, I need to, and I mentioned the word colleagues, I need to briefly talk about that. It's just a little bit confusing because we have two terms, colleague and coworker. Now, as an American, my coworker is somebody who works in the same company, and it doesn't matter what job they do. I worked in an academy. My coworkers included the cafeteria workers, the administrative finance officer in the office, the woman who worked in the bookstore. They're all co-workers. We all work for the same company, as well as the teachers. Now, the other teachers at the academy were my colleagues because we do the same type of job. We're in the same industry, the same sector. So those would be my colleagues, not colleges, colleague. Yeah. So, all right. British speakers tend to use colleagues to mean coworkers sometimes. Americans, these are two separate things. I'm here I am teaching you Verbling online. My ex-coworkers, teachers I used to work with, I would still consider them and refer to them as my colleagues because they're in the teaching profession. I'm in the teaching profession. We're in education. So regardless of where they're working, they are colleagues. All right. Let me
I have a question. If you have a friend in the house for to study, you have a room. Is the collocator? What is the name?
Okay, wait a minute. Let me make sure I understand you. You're talking about somebody that you live with?
Yeah. Some
Okay.
friend he live with me, I suppose.
Yeah.
You say is the collocator?
No.
No.
Yeah, we have two. Okay, British. Here's another one where it's different. British and American. British, of course, they say flat, and Americans say apartment.
Okay.
So if you're in England, he's your flatmate.
Okay.
All right. In America, he's your roommate. Now, if you're in university in a dormitory, you're actually living in one room with another person.
Okay.
But he's your roommate. But also, if you have, it doesn't matter if you're rich and you're living in New York City and you have a I don't know 6-bedroom apartment in the penthouse, but you have somebody who lives with you. He is your roommate still, even though you have 6 rooms in your apartment. He's still a roommate. Okay?
Okay.
Got it? All right. Good question. Thank you. That was a good one. Oh, okay. Moving on. Zingyu. Number 5.
Number 5, they've got a good pension scheme.
Okay. All right. Do you know what a
Okay.
pension scheme is, Zingyu?
Pension scheme. What is pension scheme?
Okay. This is, for example, if you work at your company or your school, you're also a teacher. If you worked at your school for 30 years, you could retire, and they would still continue to pay you. Albeit probably not the same amount, a greatly, probably a reduced amount. They would, because you worked there 30 years, they would continue to pay you, basically until you die. All right, that's a pension scheme. So you're rewarded for staying with one company for a long period of time, and you're given a pension. A pension, money, remuneration, that's paid after you retire. Okay? So, Zingyu, you're in China. Do people get a pension when they retire? Do they continue to get paid?
I am working in the public. Working in the public service, so
right.
I got the pension scheme, but some people are working in a private company. They don't have the pension scheme.
Mm-hmm. And this is very, very normal. Many people in many countries around the world like to get a public job or a civil service job, the civil service working for the government, one aspect or another, because governments tend to give pensions, whereas private companies sometimes do not. In the United States, many manufacturing companies used to give a pension. This was very common, but over the last 20, 30 years, this is almost does not happen anymore. It's up to individuals to create their own retirement scheme. Scheme is like a plan.
Okay, but you can.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can contract private plans for
Indeed.
your retirement, right?
Yes, you can, and you're probably going to be encouraged to do so. In the United States, something called a 401k plan, and the company will help you to save money. They'll take money out of your pay to put into your 401k account. Yeah. So the companies will assist you to do so, but it's your money. They're deducting your salary. Yeah.
But in the United States, is pension scheme are part of the Social Security or not?
Okay, and that's another aspect. Thank you. You're absolutely correct. The
Teacher,
Social Security will pay a pension, but Social Security pension is quite limited. I mean, it's not much. Okay, interesting. Jose, in Mexico, even a private company must have a pension scheme. Really?
Yeah, teacher. No matter if it's private, it's mandatory. If the private companies don't have pension scheme, it's not good.
It's not good. They're going to get in trouble. Interesting. Okay, did not know that. Xingyu, did you have another question?
Oh, my wife doesn't working currently. I often buy some private insurance for her.
Uh-huh. Okay. Insurance is another thing that can sometimes go through work, or you can do it on your own. And the same thing with a pension plan, pension scheme. Americans would more likely say pension plan, by the way. Sometimes through work, but sometimes privately. So, yeah. Okay. That's fairly normal. All right, we already talked about being well paid on a pretty good salary. Means you're making good money. I'm going to skip that one and go to the next one. Max, number 7.
I'm hoping to get promoted next year.
Okay.
It's yeah.
Okay. Get a higher position is what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it possible in your company to get promoted?
I think no.
Okay. No. Okay. Max, I'm not meaning to pick on you, but if you're in a job where there's just no chance of getting promoted, we have an idiom for that. Max, do you know it?
No.
No? We call that a dead-end job. There's no way that you'll ever get promoted. Probably you may not even ever get even a raise, a pay raise. So a dead-end job. Yeah, dead-end job. Your job's never going to change. You're never going to get promoted. You're just kind of stuck. A dead-end street is a street that has the street goes Goes down the street and it just ends. The street ends. There's no left turn or right turn. The street just ends. That's called a dead end
Yeah,
street.
I've read this on the sign, road sign.
Yeah, road sign. Yeah, the dead end street. Right. So a dead end job is one where there's nowhere to go.
Teacher,
Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
type the phrase?
I'm sorry?
Can you type the phrase you are talking about?
Yes. Can you see the Verbling chat box? I mean, I already did. If you can see the Verbling,
I can see Verbling chat, but I I can't see what you wrote.
Really?
Okay.
Can
you type that in the Google chat box?
Yes, I can. Okay, let me just quick survey. Everybody else, Jose, Andre, William, can you see what I'm typing in the Verbling chat box or no?
Yes, of course.
You can? Okay.
No,
Yeah, me
no.
yes. Because because I just if you want to take and check go out box, you don't have after Verbling box, you know.
Okay.
You know.
All right. I guess I will have to use the Hangout, the Google Hangout box.
Yeah, Google Hangout. Yeah.
Because some people can't see it. But I can see it. It seems to be working perfectly normal. It's just very weird, but okay. Anyway, yeah, and I see, Max, I see what you type, but you can't see what I type. Weird. All right. I can see what I type. Strange. All right, I'll use the Hangouts box. Anyway. Okay. Next one, yes?
I have a question.
Shoot.
Can you explain us what the expression dead end job means?
Sure. Can you okay, first of all, can you explain to us what it means? Sure. A dead end job is a job where there is no hope of getting promoted. There is no job that goes up from yours. A dead end job. Okay, let me give you an example. You're working in a factory, but your boss, your supervisor, and his supervisor are related to the owner of the company. They are never going to get fired. They are never going to leave.
Oh my God! Okay,
there is no chance of you ever getting promoted. In fact, you may not even be able to make more money. And there's not even sometimes in working life we get promoted up to a higher position, to management or upper management. Sometimes we get promoted, but not really promoted. We get promoted sideways. All right, you can move sideways in a company. You know, I was working for a company where I got moved from operations to training, for example.
Oh, okay.
So that's called moving sideways in a company. Okay. Moving on, Jose, number 8.
I can do overtime if I like.
All right. Well,
I think that the meaning.
Yeah.
The meaning is because you can get more money, right? If you.
That's right.
In Mexico, we have two kinds of workers. I'm not sure what is the translate in English, but one of them is confidence workers. I mean, it's the people that work in offices, and the warehouse worker. Usually, the confidence worker don't have payment if has overtime, and the warehouse do. So if I take overtime, I don't have payment for that, but I need to do this because my work required overtime all time.
Right. Okay.
So the benefits is that the people that has confidence work has maybe 50% more highly salary than the warehouse people, you know?
Gotcha. I gotcha. Okay, let me translate that into how it usually works in an American system. Very similar, actually. Somebody who's more of a worker is usually going to get an hourly wage. All right? You get $10 per hour. If you work overtime, and by that it means anything over 40 hours a week, this is government controlled. So over 40 hours, it's overtime, and 40 hours a week. So if it's over 40 hours, all right. So hour number 41, you're going to get overtime pay. It's a law. It's the same everywhere in the United States. Overtime pay is 1.5 times. So if my regular pay is $10 an hour, my overtime pay for that hour 41, is $15 an hour. Okay, so this is just normal. Most people in America work on hourly wages. Some people, particularly management, works on salary. Very similar to what Jose just said. They get more. All right, hourly $10 an hour times 40, $400 a week. The manager may get $600, but it's salary. So he does not get overtime pay. He signs a contract and he gets $600 per week, but it doesn't matter. He can work 40 hours, 60 hours, 80 hours. And that happens a lot. Managers they make $600, but they work 80 hours. So in reality, they're getting less pay than the worker underneath them.
That is correct.
Teacher, overtime is extra hours for work?
That's right. Extra hours over the norm. Now, work's different. It's absolutely correct, Susanna.
Okay,
it's different and different. In the Philippines, where I now live, if you work over 8 hours in one day, you get overtime pay. Doesn't work that way in the United States. So it depends where you are, what is considered to be overtime. But in either case, it's over whatever is normal. And there's different laws in different countries about what the pay is. In the Philippines, for example, it's double pay. Overtime, you get paid times 2. It's double, not time and a half. Time and a half is very, very common expression in America. Yeah, I'm working 4 extra hours this week, but it's okay because I'm getting time and a half. That I'm referring to my pay. I'm getting my hourly pay plus and a half.
Okay.
Like that. That's very normal.
Yeah, Mexico is the same. Mexico pay double per hour extra.
Double? Damn, I feel like I'm getting ripped off in America when I was there.
You should move to Mexico.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, honestly, America is just brutal on its workers. They're really not fair. Anyway, no pension, no insurance. Yeah, all right. Okay, let's move on here. William, number 9. Okay.
You can work your way up quite quickly.
Okay. What are they referring to? What do you think?
I'm not sure what that expression means, teacher.
Okay.
I think that this is the way how you can manage your time in your job.
No, this has to do with promotion. If you're going to work your way up in a company, means you're going to try to get promoted. All right. You can be a worker, and then the supervisor's assistant, then a supervisor, then area manager, then a district manager, then a vice president, like that, up the ladder. And
Okay.
by the way, up the ladder is a common expression. He worked his way up the ladder in the company, and he is now a district manager.
Okay, so this sentence means that you can be promoted quickly.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
One of the benefits to working in a new company is that you can work your way up quite quickly. But on the other hand, new companies have all kinds of other problems and things they haven't worked out yet. So it can be complicated and stressful. But on the other hand, a benefit to working in a new company is you can work your way up quickly. True enough. Okay. Let me go to Susanna, number 10. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, teacher, they run a system of the Flexi time.
Okay. What on earth is that? Flexi time? Okay. Well, Susanna, do you know what that is? Flexi time?
I'm not sure, but I think that is when you don't have to stay in the company, in the building, you can go out and do other things. You don't have a precious time.
Kind of. Flexi, I think you're getting to it. Flexi, of course, is an abbreviation for flexible. Flexible means that you can, I'm flexible, I can do this or I can do that. So if you work at a company where they have flexi time, it means that you have to do 40 hours, maybe, just as an example. But if you want, you can do 12 hours on Monday and 12 hours on Tuesday and 12 hours on Wednesday and then 4 hours on Friday. Or you can work 8 hours every day, or you can work at night, you can work in the day, afternoon, morning, whatever, any time you want to. You have to put in the hours, but you can put in the hours.
It's like all classes, English classes? Like
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, that's right. You guys, as students, you are all on flexi time. Actually, I'm on flexi time as an employee of Verbling. I can choose whatever hours I want to work. Absolutely. That's correct. Susanna, I forgot to use myself as an example. Duh. Stupid me. I'm on flexi time. Thank you, Susanna.
Okay.
Silly me.
I also have flexi time.
Okay.
It's
a
doesn't
benefit,
matter.
right?
Yeah, some kind of sometimes. It doesn't matter when I go to work. It would be night. It would be so early. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
That happens in job when you have to work by objectives.
Yeah, right. When it's task-based work. All right?
Yes.
When you're trying to reach an objective or task-based work. Like
Task
I think that.
Okay.
I think
Can you write tax-based work in the chat?
Yes, I can. Yep.
Task.
Not tax, but task. Like job, task.
Okay.
Okay.
Could you say target work?
Target work? I think I've heard that before. I but target work, I think the implication is more on the idea there's a deadline. We're doing
okay.
Target work. Okay, well, let me write it. Target work means, okay, we got to get this project done by February 28th. If we reach our target, then we're going to get a bonus. This often happens as well. Task-based work means I have to fix somebody's smartphone. Once I get their smartphone fixed, then I'll get paid. But there's there's not really a deadline necessarily.
Okay.
Okay, so slight difference there, but all right, once I get his cell phone done, I'll get paid, and that's money in my pocket. Okay. Yeah. This is interesting. There's a lot more to this than I thought there was when I planned the lesson. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay. Andre.
Okay. I get a
Yeah.
I get a regular pay rise.
All right. Now, I do want to say British say pay rise and Americans say pay raise. R-A-I-S-E.
Pay raise.
Pay raise. That's Americans say.
Okay.
Andre, do you get regular pay raises, a regular increase in pay?
Yeah, it's
Normal.
not all the time, but I have a regular pay rise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what a cola is? And no, I
No,
don't mean
I don't know. Cola
I don't
is Pepsi? Pepsi Cola?
No. Okay. And
Okay, I know. No, I usually my
In Spanish is other thing.
okay. Cost of living allowance, or you have a cost of living increase in your as part of your contract in a company. This is a smart thing to get. So if the cost of living increases, inflation, in other words, if inflation happens 6%, you automatically get a 6% raise. On top, that's automatic. If you get other raises for performance or bonuses or seniority, that's besides the point. If you have a COLA clause in your contract, you automatically, your pay rises with whatever the inflation rate is. It's automatic.
Oh, excellent. That sounds great.
Doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I had one of these, and it's great. What a motivator to stay with a company, I will tell you.
Yeah.
I never wanted to leave that company ever. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's a great thing to get. You can negotiate that on your next contract for a job, all right? Because I'll tell you something, pretty much inflation's going to happen. Yeah, okay. Hi, Ming, by the way. I didn't mean to be ignoring you there, buddy. Hi, Ming. Welcome to the class.
Hola.
Hi.
Hi.
Teacher.
Nice to see you. Okay. Okay, well, here's another aspect of the working world, Zingio, which you had started to mention earlier. Zingio?
Number 12, I got a private health insurance.
Okay. So, I
have to buy the private health insurance for my wife because she doesn't have job.
Right. If you work for a civil service job, which is to say you work for the government in one way or the other, whether that's working at the post office, Department of Motor Vehicles, or a public teacher, you are a civil servant serving the people. You're going to get insurance pretty much anywhere on the planet that you work, of course. Now, of course...
What is the meaning of insurance?
Insurance. Health insurance. If you fall down and break your ankle, you go to the doctors, and of course the doctor's going to want money. The doctor or the hospital. If you have insurance, if you either your company pays it or you pay it. If you pay it, it's private. Otherwise, I get insurance from my company or through my company. That's how we usually say it. Somebody's got to pay an insurance company. You pay a certain amount every month, even though you're perfectly healthy. I pay $100 a month, $100 a month, $100 a month. After 3 years, I break my leg. Then the insurance company will pay the hospital instead of me paying, you know, whatever, $3,000 to get my leg fixed. That's it. So, wide variety of circumstances here. Yeah.
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
Can you see this card?
Can you see the card?
Yes.
Okay. Wait. Yes, I can. There it is. What's that?
It's my health insurance card.
Is it?
Okay.
Wow. Wow. That's something I've never seen before.
To the lady in the class.
Okay. Cool. There's his card. Generally, yeah, you're gonna have an insurance card that you can use, much like a credit card. Not really, but kind of, to show that you have that insurance. Okay. Anyway, insurance is something very complex. It has to deal with government laws and private, public, and very complicated, but a very important aspect. In some countries, they're not connected at all. Your work and your insurance. In some countries, they're connected really, really closely. Frankly, in the United States, again, another thing that most citizens, regular people, have to somehow figure out how to pay on their own. Their company does not pay any money towards health insurance. Again, as opposed to the Philippines, where I am now, where I got absolutely full universal coverage. They pay for everything. Dentists, they practically pay for a haircut. They pay for everything, absolutely everything. Every pill, every doctor visit, everything you do. America doesn't do that, believe me. Okay, let's move on. Max, number 13.
They've said I can go part-time after I've had my baby.
Okay.
It's like, it's interesting. In the United States, women usually have only 1 week off after she. Yeah, it's correct.
Well,
No?
Here's the deal. There's no federal law. So
Yeah,
in
Russia,
America, it's up to the company.
In Russia, it's like 2 years, and company pay to her.
It's like, what? 2 years?
2 years.
What? No, you're joking.
No.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it's only when you work on government. When you work in Russia, we have a lot of laws, but everyone wants to break every law.
I can give you the reason.
Yeah, Zinga.
The population in Russia is decreasing quickly, so
yeah,
the government of Russia need to more people in the future. So it encourage the women to give more children for.
Okay, it's an incentive. It's incentive. Okay, since we're looking at
But where are you from?
Max is from Russia.
Russia. Ah, okay.
Okay, it's an incentive. I'm sorry, but if they should do what they do in the Philippines, have the Pope talk to the country and tell them that they shouldn't use condoms if they want to be good Catholics. Believe me, the population's exploding here. It seems to be very effective for building the population.
And
Yeah. Anyway.
in the Philippines, there are many people. The government of Philippines doesn't take the policy like Russia.
Well, they are slowly changing some policies. But anyway, getting back to having babies. The mother gets maternity leave. The terminology, maternity leave. How much time does she get off for having a baby? All right. Max is talking about 2 years. I find that astonishing. In the Philippines, where I currently live, it's 6 months. In the United States, it's never that long. Max is maybe it's
Okay.
more than a week, but
I was mistaken. 1 year and a half with
still
pay with payment every month.
with pay.
But yes, but she can also get extra 1.5 year without payment. But we save her job place.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm amazed, speechless, amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, in the United States, it's up to the individual company, and it could be anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 months, 6 months. If you work in a great company like Google or something, you work in a small restaurant, you probably take 2 weeks off, unpaid, and then go right back to work. That would be normal. Yeah. In the Philippines, there are federal laws, so they have to give you a certain amount of time. I believe it's 6 months. And then there's also paternity leave, with a P. That's for the father. A father, it's generally going to be a much, much shorter time, if it's even allowed at all. Paternity leave. Okay. Okay, Ming, number 14.
I'm taking a few days off next week. The kids are off school.
All right. Okay, taking a few days off. All right, Ming, do you ever take a few days off? Because you can.
If I want to, yes, but
you can.
I've never done it.
You've never done it. I can relate to that. Yeah, okay. Do you get, Ming, in your job, do you get vacation days and sick days? Okay.
I get vacation days.
All right.
Sick days, I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Another thing that is amazing. In the United States, very industry standard, basically the first year you work, you don't get any days off. The next year you get, or maybe you get 1 week off. And then the next year you get 1 week off, and then the next year you get 2 weeks off, and that's it. 2 weeks off per year. If you're sick, you do not get paid. That's fine. You're sick, you don't want to come to work, that's great, but you're going to lose money because they're not going to pay you. Not always, but that's kind of standard. Again, completely different from where I'm living now. In the Philippines, the standard is to have 15 days vacation time, days off that you can take whenever, and another 15 days sick days. And you get paid for that. As long as you bring a note from a doctor, a signed receipt from a doctor, you get paid, that is. So you have to go to the doctors if you want to get paid to be sick here. Ming, is that a normal thing? Do you get sick days? Or sick leave?
When
yeah,
you're
sick
sick,
days.
yes.
Sick days, yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if I get paid or not for sick days.
Really? You might want to
I
find
know.
that out.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. But I know I get vacation days. I get
Okay.
0.3 vacation day for every pay period,
Ah.
paycheck.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
scheme. Oh, yeah. Right. I'm familiar with that. Susanna,
Yeah.
did you have a question or a comment?
Yes, I say that when you are sick, yes, you have days off, but no when you want.
Well, there's two separate things. There's vacation days, which you
Yes.
take them together and go somewhere, travel, or you can take them one at a time for a holiday, for example, Christmas or the day after Christmas, whatever you want to do. And a separate thing are sick days, which are supposed to be for when you're sick. Oftentimes, in order to get paid for a sick day, you have to prove that you were sick. So you have to have a note from a doctor. Here.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't
Yes,
know.
here too.
Here too. Okay. All right. I see. In America, they could care less. If you're sick, you're not coming to work. Oh, great. You're not coming to work? Oh, geez. All right. Doesn't matter. You don't need to prove that you were sick, but you're certainly not going to get paid for that day. And if you're sick too often, they'll just fire you. That's
Okay.
it. All right. You know
Yeah,
what? You were.
you have the proof. You can prove that you was sick.
Yeah, they don't care. There's not a lot of laws to protect workers in America. What I've found out since I've traveled around the world, American workers are like the least protected of any workers on the planet. You're on your own. It's dog eat dog, cutthroat.
But even having the proof, they don't pay your day.
No,
Okay.
no. They're not going to pay.
Can we say
Absolutely not.
it's a rat race?
You can say that for sure, Ming. I second the
And
motion.
I'm not sure what that means. Or dog eat dog, or rat
Dog
race.
eat dog. Dog eat dog. It's
Well, rat race. I know
every
what
man.
dog eat dog is. Yeah.
How about every man for himself?
Yeah, but rat race, is that the same or different?
Slight, kind of. It's related, but it refers to the idea of if you ever had a hamster or a mouse or whatever, and you put them on the cage, and they get in that little circle, you know, that wheel, and they run and they run and they run and they run and they run, and they never get anywhere. That's the idea of when we say it's a rat race. You work harder, you get promoted, you make more money, but then you owe more money because the electric rates go up and your the interest rate, you need to borrow money and the interest rate goes up, so the more you work, you don't get anywhere in reality. You don't really save any money, you're just spinning your wheels. I have to go too, Susanna. Bye-bye, Susanna, and everyone, actually. We are definitely out of time. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, teacher. Goodbye.
Thank you.
It's time
Goodbye,
for your
everyone.
lunch.
Bye.
It is time for lunch. You're right. Time for me to go have lunch. Bye for now.